Welcome to Mainland, your local regional television station. I'm Tanya Omar, and some of the stories coming up in today's news: locals in Mapua up in arms, Smart Week approaches, Rocks Road's never-ending works, and more. The world is reeling after the biggest mass shooting in US history in Orlando, Florida on the weekend, and even local people in Nelson have been left feeling powerless over the loss encountered through this crime. Chrissy Small spoke to a representative of Nelson Q Youth about how they are trying to deal with this obvious hate crime against gay people.
I'm with Marek Baum of Q Youth here in Nelson. Now, in the news, of course, we've had some terrible feedback about what's been going on in Orlando and Florida about the deaths in a nightclub, and all predominantly gay young people. And of course, being from Q Youth, it affects everyone everywhere, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. This was affect not just only me, our friends, family, and every people whom I know affect horrible, terribly.
Yeah.
Really terribly. We are so sad, and what we can't understand, like in Nelson, it's lots of support for young people, for everyone. Why? The question is why? We are absolutely so sorry for America, for gay people. We are absolutely sorry, and we are shocked. Absolutely.
So now you're planning something in support to show your support and your sadness for what has happened. Tell us a bit about what you've got going.
So what is going on Saturday, 10 o'clock from Info Center car park. We are start march to the steps, the cathedral.
Oh, to the cathedral steps?
Yes, to the cathedral steps. We was try to contact them, More FM, also the city council, to support us and to support other people, which would be absolutely great.
So you'll be going from the Miller's Acre car park?
Yes, correct.
And all the way down to Felger Street?
Yeah.
What time will this
10 o'clock in the morning.
10 o'clock at the morning. So anyone is free to join in?
Absolutely, more than welcome. Everyone, they are welcome to join us.
Right.
And to support, and also support the disaster what happened. Yes. Because it can happen everywhere. It can happen here.
Yeah. So it is sad, and it's been linked to IS, of course, this attack. But it seems that the person had a mental health issue, obviously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But probably not just on the mental issues. What I reckon, he obviously don't like gays, and again the question is why? I can't explain.
No.
It's really sad, really sad.
Okay. So we've got this march happening Saturday.
Saturday, 10 o'clock, more than welcome, everyone can come.
And then make your way to the market afterwards, maybe?
Yes, probably. Yes. Just only to support and to say goodbye to people who was died.
Yeah. Now, Marek, if people want to help with the march or be part of it, can they contact you?
Oh yes, definitely. I can give my cell phone number, which would be 021 545 889. Would be great.
Okay.
Would be great.
All right. So, as a show of support, Saturday, 10 a.m, Miller's Acre car park, which is by the information centre, for the march down to Felger Street.
More than welcome. And what I wanted to say last, I'm gay as well. I'm married with men, and we are absolute normal people like you or people on the street.
Mapua residents are gearing up to stage a protest at Mapua Wharf this Sunday at midday over the council dividing the wharf precinct with a fence that is not fit for the purpose of hiding bins and gas bottles in the service lane behind the newly built Shed 4. The fence, residents believe, has been placed there for reasons of spite, hiding from view for the building in which former wharf business Hamish's is moved into. This has drawn a line for the community, and they're getting ready to let council know that they will not tolerate the victimisation of local business and owner Adele Culto. Mainland News interviewed Tasman District Council Councillor Judine Edgar last weekend, and she was at a loss to explain the fence after acknowledging it as being unfit for the purpose of blocking the service lane from view. saying that the council should be building bridges, not walls. Now residents believe that council commercial management should be under the spotlight, with cost blowouts and relationships with neighbours sinking to an all-time low. This is according to our local source. Golden Bear Brewery has had to remove its public toilet block after it was discovered that they had been built on the neighbouring property owned by Donny Yelverton, who is landlord of the old Mapua cool storage building. It seems that retaliation levels could be escalating as a forklift vehicle owned by Yelverton has been parked on his land, blocking the side entrance of the Golden Bear building owned by council. One tenant of the cool storage retail building has resorted to photographing vehicles parked in the building's tenancy car parks and having their wheels clamped if they're using council tenanted businesses. Mapua locals willing to talk off camera with Mainland TV have said that since council have appointed Mr Cooper as commercial manager of the council-owned wharf buildings, relationships of businesses on the wharf have deteriorated considerably, and that locals are feeling that the responsibility for the escalating ill will lies directly at council's doorstep. Chrissy Small will be speaking to Tasman Mayor Richard Kempthorne later today, and we'll have that interview for you tomorrow. What is Smart Week? Chrissy Small went to the Richmond Public Library and caught up with Stu from Richmond Unlimited to find out.
Stu, Smart Week here at Richmond Library. What is that going to entail for people?
Well, particularly, I'm here to support Richmond Unlimited, and so Richmond Unlimited's reason for being is to support local business in the Richmond community. So I think it's a really important week for businesses to get to understand what technology could potentially do to help them improve their business, and just to learn what the new technologies are. Because technology is changing very quickly, and I'm sure that for most people in the community, they're probably not really up to speed in terms of what products, services they may be able to use that may be able to improve their customer service, may be able to improve their stock taking, or whatever business they're in. Just may be able to help them do it better.
Okay, so what kind of courses and when will they be on?
Well, they're on in the week beginning the 27th of June. Starting off with the business breakfast. I'll allow Karen to talk the detail of that because she knows that better than me.
She knows the menu.
Yeah, she knows the menu. So I'll let Karen talk to that detail if you like.
Okay.
Probably better than me.
And so it starts with the breakfast, but what kind of courses? We're talking about the latest technology, but are we looking at social media, that sort of thing, to help promote businesses?
Yeah, very much so. Social media should be and is a big part of most businesses today in some shape or form, whether they're consciously or unconsciously using it.
Nelson's Rocks Road is just one of two busy arterial roads into Nelson from the south, with over 20,000 cars and trucks travelling on it every day between Port Nelson and Tahunanui. The New Zealand Transport Agency's regular inspections of the Rocks Road cliff face has now identified new areas for maintenance, with specialist contractors scheduled to begin work on the 15th and 16th of June. The contractors will be working on the cliff face to remove loose rocks and scrub at risk of falling on the road. Crews will access the work area by abseil from the cliffs and from a boom lift on Rocks Road. Rocks Road will be temporarily restricted to a single lane and may be closed under stop-go conditions for a few minutes at a time while the work is carried out. No parking will be permitted through the work zone. The work is expected to take 2 nights and will see crews on site from 7:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. to minimise disruption to road users. The work is dependent on good weather, so work will be postponed until the next suitable night if bad weather should strike. The wet, slippery weather on the weekend could have been the reason for a casualty on the roads last Saturday, causing a call out for the Nelson Marlborough Rescue Helicopter to attend to reports of a motorcycle crash on State Highway 63 near Argyle Pond on the Wairau Valley. On arrival at the scene, a motorcyclist was found to have crashed on a bend while travelling southbound. Passers-by and the rider's riding companion had assisted in stabilising the man, who was a 54-year-old Blenheim local, until he was assessed and given further treatment by the helicopter's intensive care paramedic. He was then flown in a moderate condition to Wairau Hospital Emergency Department with chest and shoulder injuries. Nelson Marlborough District Health have issued a consumer warning stating that some pharmacies in the Nelson Bays region are charging people more for prescriptions than is allowed under their contract. Nelson Marlborough Health is taking action to stop this additional charging. The DHB says there are normally no pharmacy charges to consumers for medicines prescribed for children under 13 years of age, or medicines prescribed for anyone in a family that holds a prescription subsidy card or repeat prescriptions. Otherwise, the normal charge to consumers is $5 for each medicine on the prescription. If the pharmacy asks you to pay more than this, you are entitled to ask the pharmacy why. They must explain any additional charges and suggest ways to avoid additional charges. If you are not happy with their explanation, you can take your prescription to another pharmacy or make a complaint to Nelson Marlborough Health. The pharmacy may say that the additional charge is due to underfunding by the DHB or due to expensive stocking medicines. Nelson Marlborough Health's view is that those charges for those reasons are not allowed under the pharmacy's contract. With a number of stolen cars being found burnt out on the rise in Nelson, it should come as no surprise that there has been yet another. The sixth car in the last 8 days set ablaze was discovered on Bartlett Road near Appleby. In what seems to be an increasing trend, the story of this burnt out vehicle was broken on social media. Well-known Facebook page, Nelson Snippets, has over 10,000 followers and is often responsible for breaking stories as well as locating missing people and stolen cars. Mainland News reported on the story last week of a Nelson car owner whose vehicle had been stolen and burnt out last week. And when asked, they said they didn't think that Nelson police had enough resources to be able to combat the number of car thefts. The person noted that their car wasn't located by police, but through social media on the Nelson Snippets page, where locals had posted photographs asking if anyone knew who the owner of the vehicle was. Investigations are continuing, but police have not indicated that there is any link between this incident and the previous incidents over the last 8 days. After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425.
So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979?
So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.
Hi there, Julian Toon, Waimea Telecommunications. We install and maintain domestic and commercial satellite TV, UHF Freeview and Mainland TV installations in the Nelson, Tasman regions. We specialise in Panasonic telephone systems and provide communications, Wi-Fi, IT and wiring for internet, fibre, computers and DSL systems. At Waimea Telecommunications, we also provide specialist electronic systems for features such as a security camera you can watch on your TV, visitor alert systems and much more. Improve your security and communication and entertainment today. Call us on Waimea Telecommunications on 021 472297. ytel.co.nz.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics toys,
sound systems, cables, and much, much more. Jacob.
120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.
Stoke School PTA fundraiser presents a fabulous fashion show and a night with advice on style and well-being. There will be a free goodie bag, raffles and cash bar. That's Friday the 17th of June, 7 p.m, Stoke School Hall. Tickets $25 online at lustercollective.com or through the Stoke School office. Nelson Live Poets Society presents Jeffrey Paparoa Holman at the Royal Hotel Nelson on February the 22nd of June 2016. Music at 6:45 p.m. Hone Simpson open mic session 1 from 7 p.m. Guest poet Jeffrey Paparoa Holman at 7:45 p.m. Then an open mic session 2 from 8:30 p.m. Koha entry. Golden Bay Live Poets Society presents Jeffrey Paparoa Holman at the Muscle Inn on Ekaka on Thursday the 23rd of June 2016. Music will be at 7:30 p.m. Lisa Williams CD launch, an open mic session from 7:45 p.m. and guest poet Jeffrey Paparoa Holman at 8:15 p.m. Open mic session 2, poems and songs from 9 p.m. On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us, and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.